All right, y'all. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son Hamashiach or Hamashiach, who some call Yeshua, Yashayah, Yahusha, Yahawashai. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, more info. And I seen this morning with Captain Tazariak. I clipped it. Dealing with some of those allegations towards the brother Ariala. And then somebody messaged me, then want to subscribe, a salute to you. Messaged me and asked me, has Ariala took his channel down? And I went to look at to try to find the brother's channel. And I usually can find it with that debate from him versus Zadok. And I couldn't find the brother's channel. If y'all know that brother, you know, those of y'all on here and y'all know the brother and you get in contact with the brother, man, do a wellness check on that brother. And I say that because this be all people have. Sometimes this is all people have. And sometimes that's why they can't switch up doctors. It don't matter. They know it's wrong, but because how it'll make them look, you know, they'll rather not switch it up. They'll keep the false indoctrination going, even though they know better, because they don't want to be like, oh man, I've been teaching something that's wrong this whole time, and people start looking at them crazy, or you know, you get outside where a lot of the nation be like, well, nah, man, we ain't dealing with that joke. That joke will bug out. You know, just like you saying, if you saying Gentiles can be saved, like, you know, Joker's like, oh man, that Joker's just crazy. He just a bug out. Instead of brothers coming and sitting down and having a dialogue, or saying, let me hear what you got to say. Let me see you break that down. Or if you say, nah, the Sabbath starts in the morning. Let me see. Let me see what you got to say. Let me see if that's correct. No. They'll rather stay where they are. And because their identity is so engulfed in this, you know, brothers done took out, you know, leases on buildings. You've been doing this thing 15, 20 years, 30 years, some of us. And you've cut people off. You've maybe even argued with some people and cause offense, and you cut off loved ones, and then you got to come back and say, you know what, man, I was wrong. But you so engulfed and so wrapped into this new identity that you found. A lot of people done changed their names, like literally. You know what I'm saying? I'm Brother Phineas on the internet, but that ain't my legal, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a little joke about that. I went out to this comedy club one time. Matter of fact, it was a comedy club, but I was going to see Dick Gregory. And man, I put that thing in my Hebrew name, man. They end up messing my seats up, and I had to be patient, but I was very frustrated, very angry about that. But they like, nah, you know, I just thought I had to show them the ticket, but they wanted to see my ID to see if it matched my name. But yeah, no, I operate outside of Israelism as Anthony King. Okay, and that's another point too. We might need we may need to be seeing governments, man, especially in leadership. We need to see your past. We may need to start looking at, brother, because I'm gonna tell you this now, like, just being realistic. We don't know these people. This incident should let you know, man, you have no idea who you listening to. You have no idea. You don't know Brother Phoenix. You don't know me. You know, for all you know, yeah, man, he righteous and da 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 da, and then come to find out this joker got his whole family tied up in the darn basement. Stop putting so much in people that you don't know. All right, this is just doctrine. You're learning from these individuals, you know, and Ariala was saying stuff like this, you know, about being, you know, people being fans. And people are like that. You know, people, it's just the flesh, it's just how people operate. And I know I keep saying that this but it is just how people operate. People operate. It's cause and effect. You can see these things, you can understand people, but they just operate like that, man. They get on. There's some people that get on somebody's team and they go hard. They loyal to the end, no matter what. You know, there's gonna be people that's gonna be out there on them street corners. Y'all willing? We hear another 50, 100 years. They're still gonna have that Sakar symbol on them, no matter what. Loyal to the end. But Ariala, man, he may be, if you know, y'all see if y'all can find his YouTube. I could not find it, and y'all hit the comments and let me know. I'm probably gonna title this, "Where is Ariala?" Where is Ariala? Because people have questions, and it's not just here. They having these dialogues on Clubhouse. I'm not a Clubhouse person. Just don't like the format of it. And I don't want to get that friendly. I don't want to be on here every day talking to these, bro. I just, you know, I'm kind of an introvert a little bit. You know, I ain't trying to kick the bobo like that. But they were having conversations about this. We're gonna show this video here that Captain Is Ahryahla was kind of speaking on this stuff, and yeah, y'all do a wellness check on that, brother.
You don't put further judgment on them. So I first of all, I never to the back and let the next in line lead Sakari. This is God. Okay, I see what you're saying, Mandinka Mali. But guess what? He ain't gotta fall to the back. He could leave Sakari and just lead his own goddamn church. You see the problem? And come back up and this is why non-Israelites can't speak on Israelites' business. Sinetta is an Israelite of the flesh. He's not an Israelite of the spirit. Sinetta is not one of us. He's not. Sinetta is my brother. But Sinetta is not an Israelite. Sinetta cannot, and this is why I said on Clubhouse yesterday that this is a great day for Israel. Because what Israel did was hold Gorilla to the fire. Gorilla made his video. Gorilla said he falling back. And so now all we got to do when it comes to Gorilla Hebrew is just watch and observe. We'll know his sincerity by how he conducts himself going forward. We'll know if he truly repented by what he does going forward. So I don't have to speak about Gorilla. So this ain't about, because somebody put in here, like, it's scripture not to say nothing else about it. Ain't no scripture that says I can't say nothing else about it. But there is scripture, like, once a judgment is done, you don't put further judgment on them. So
y'all go get them. Now y'all are on me about it. Y'all go over there and get Captain Is Ahryahla. Y'all didn't like my Ezekiel 18 breakdown. Seems he probably got the same breakdown. Y'all go over there and you know, display that same energy.
First of all,
but you know, Brother Phoenix evidently ain't that crazy. You know, I ain't the brightest.
I never put no judgment on him because he's not under me to put judgment on him. I'm speaking on the situation because the dumbass nigga Ariala put his
I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all gotta know when these other videos come up, and y'all, I just ain't got the time to edit them. But after this Passover season, you know, Passover, and I be making these garments, I'm swamped.
Information out. The reason why, let me tell y'all why I call that nigga dumbass nigga. Let me get that out the way. In Gorilla Hebrew's video, Gorilla Hebrew showed 3 charges on Ariala that Ariala has yet to respond in any capacity to. The 3 things were, he said that Ariala had left a feast day to go visit his gay friend, showed a text message that his current wife came on Clubhouse. I believe Gadal is in my chat. Gadal that's in my chat was in the room as a witness that heard it. His current wife came into the Clubhouse room and confirmed that that was his number. Confirmed it. And in that text message, it said, you left the high holy day to go hang with your gay friend. I'm not taking... If you want me to take your call, and you can text me and tell me what you're calling about, but I'm not taking no calls till I finish this. In that text message, he left the high holy day to go and hang with a gay dude, his gay best friend. That's the first charge. Second charge, he committed adultery by taking his best friend's woman, or close friends, woman, in adultery.
And y'all know I done did so many videos on this that about, you know, how brothers and sisters are sleeping with the same women. You know, these women passing around, jumping camp to camp. Some camps have if you were married in that organization, when you come over here, you're a new creature. You're a new creature. And then he's probably using some of the methodology that Captain Taz is using with the Ezekiel 18. And saying, well, yeah, I was committed in adultery. You can't say nothing about it no more. And then she come over and she married somebody else. And that brother's over there talking about, man, hey, man, she's still my wife. But don't mention it. Can't say that. You know. But anyway.
Third charge, he beat his woman. Now, there was all this pressure in the world. And here's where Gorilla gets more respect than Ariala. Gorilla gets more respect than Ariala is because Gorilla gathered itself together, did that video, stood on it, stepped away. When I'm saying stand on it, I don't want to make it seem like it's a good thing what he did, but it is a good thing that he did it. It's good that he made the video, faced the nation, said what he said, boom, right away. Oh, Gadar, forgot that part, Gadar. The gay best friend's boyfriend was mad that Ariala came over there. I don't know what that means. And then, and listen, I ain't gonna say a man is zesty or not. That's up to y'all. But what I will say is Ariala is a horrible brother. A horrible brother. I remember when you go back, I think like 2 weeks ago, this man did a whole video. In the beginning of the video, he praising his love that he has for Yahweh All from Sons of Thunder, and proceeded to talk about this brother like a dog because he disagreed with him over doctrine. I didn't have an issue with him disagreeing with the doctrine, but the way he talked about him, I didn't understand that. I don't understand. This brother brought you in the truth, He didn't do nothing to you. You disagree with him on the scripture, but then you talk about him like a dog as you disagreeing with him on the scripture. And then when Gorilla put the video out, Gorilla says that he had spoke to Ariala, and Ariala did.
And I'm gonna say this too. I think a lot of that is learned behavior. I think Ariala is something that was completely manufactured within Sakari. You can look at the thumbnail, you know, of the pictures I have of Ariala before Sakari versus after. And you know, it was kind of, I think it was kind of overstimulated because of a lack of some, so it kind of just really kind of went overboard, over exaggerated with some of the mannerisms, some of his conversation, how he spoke with the niggertry. But I think that was completely manufactured within the culture of Sakari, because they talk to each other like that. ISUBK, they talk to each other like that. And so maybe, and this is my assumption and speculation, that he didn't speak like that before, and that he was a well-mannered individual that probably, you know, looked down on that kind of conversation and those kind of people that spoke that way and spoke amongst each other like that. I don't think he ever was talking about, I'm from the streets and I'm this and I'm that and da 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 da, you know. But that's just my speculation, and that's why I feel like he talks the way he talks. He like, it just like, bro, like, it, you know, man, you know, he should die and he should da 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 da, and that's the most ridiculous thing. That is the most terrible doctrine I've ever heard in my life. You know that. You know, but anyway, and it's an act, and it's been built within the culture of, and I think it's a lot of brothers out there like that they can't be themselves. They've been manufactured in Israelism. All right, they've been manufactured. They've been turned into something else, and they're mimicking leadership, basically. And this happens to a lot of people, not just in Israelism. Like I said, it's just, this is how the mind works. And you can, if once you understand it, you can you can control people to do anything.
Not one time say anything to him. That's bad. But I think the Lord put a lying spirit on Ariala, and the reason why I call it a lying spirit is because we still have not heard back from Ariala with the charges pressed on him. What did happen though, and Gadal in the chat, he's a witness. What did happen though is that his wife came, and then I think 2 other sisters came.
And his wife is an adulterer. She's an adulteress too, correct? If he's in adultery, she got to be in adultery also.
So it could have been 3 or it could have been 2 came to put a spin on the woman. So to put a spin on the woman in question, like, this woman is wicked, this woman is this woman is that. And as the wife leaves and another sister's in there trying to put the spin on the woman, the first thing we're saying is, just yesterday when y'all was talking about Gorilla Hebrews woman, y'all was saying she's in danger, she needs help, she needs support. Shit, I sent money. When they said she needed help, even I sent money. We sent money to help the sister, and she like, we got to give these sisters a voice. We can't keep them quiet. We can't do none of that. And then the very next day when charges is against Ariala, them same sisters that was about giving support to the sister, to Gorilla Hebrew's wife, now wanted us to look at the other sister as if she was wicked, which is why I say this is all selective politics. What do I mean by selective politics? If you love the man, if you love the woman, they can do no wrong. You're going to defend them no matter what. And you know how the Lord works? The sister from the text messages that said that she got beat by Ariala, she comes in the room. Dun, 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 dun. And then when she come in the room, she say she never told that girl, so the girl tried to lie. Well, I ain't got proof, but it's her word against his. The girl tried to say that the woman that got beat up was hitting Ariala first, and she told her that. The girl that got hit by Ariala came in there and said that's not true. Judah's Redemption says, it's an embarrassing time to call yourself an Israelite. I'm changing my name. You should. To Judah's Redemption, you should absolutely change your name, because this is not an embarrassing time. It would be an embarrassing time. Listen to me closely, to all of y'all.
And so it seems, yeah, like I say, they be in that clubhouse, man. There's all kind of, all kinds of information, you know what I'm saying. But this thing just done, this thing that got messy. And this is what I'm telling you. There's a lot of issues within every camp, within every organization, not just Israelism. Every church, every sorority, fraternity, Masonic lodge, Catholic Church, Girl Scout Association, Boy Scout Association, like anything where people are gathering and dependent on each other and bringing funds together around each other, counseling and expecting certain, it's gonna be issues, it's gonna be problems, and like I said, a lot of times these problems are dealt in house. If these things bleed out, it's like it done piled up. There's been so many issues that it done piled up, and it's just, it's everywhere. But just think about all the different camps that done split off and broke off, that we don't know. We have no idea how those camps broke off and why those camps, where they have little schisms, because they keep that in house. They keep that in house. It really ain't nobody's business. But when it piles up and a person becomes so offended, usually that's when it spills out into the streets. And that's when, we have to address it and we have to speak on it.
Listen to me closely. This would be an embarrassing time if Israel was standing up and defending the actions of Gorilla Hebrew and Ariala. Then this would be a bad time. Listen, I got a shirt being made. Let me see if I can show y'all a preview of this shirt I got being made. It's a great day to be in the ISUBK. It's a great day to be an Israelite. It's a bad day to be on Sinetta side, because you got two sides of the coin. The righteous side of the coin is holding Gorilla Hebrew accountable for his actions. The unrighteous side of the coin, you got Sinetta saying, leave Sakari, go start another church. Which side is God going to look at? Do y'all not forget when Phineas put that javelin through that man? Do y'all not forget that Israel was losing wars over one man stealing a piece of gold? I think he stole a gold or a Moabite garment, and we losing wars. Do y'all see the time that we in? We do not have time for this type of nonsense. We don't. Now, when it comes to judging matters, you know who y'all should look at? Y'all should look at Sakari. That's why I said Sakari got to go. Because if they're the judge, we should have never known about this. I'm going to keep it 100. We should have never, two things. We should have never known about this. That sister should have got righteous judgment. Gorilla Hebrew should have got righteous judgment. If Sakari had righteousness in it, the things that they did wrong would have been handled within Sakari. I have to say it. I can't.
I'm gonna say this too, and a lot of y'all gonna hate what I'm finna say. You gonna hate it. I'm gonna say it though. I think these councils, we may need some woman judges, and I say that because I'm gonna give y'all an example. When my first congregation that I gathered with was a Hebrew congregation of Atlanta, and I had done went there maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe 2-3 Shabbats, and at one time he was Minister Carnes was asking, they collect alms. He was asking another male, need 2 male to go around because they was renting out a church. Go around and get and just pass the little, be like one of them deacons and pass the little tray around, pass this little bag. And he couldn't get another man to stand up, even though it was maybe 20-30 men in there. Couldn't get a man to stand up to grab that bag and collect the alms. But he kept asking, man, 3-4 times asking, hey, I need a man. I can't get one brother to come up here. I can't get one brother. And then he was like, well, I'm gonna have to get a sister. I'm gonna have to get a sister to come up here to do this. And then I got up. And my issue was, man, I don't know these folks. These folks don't know me. I don't know how they gonna feel about me, grabbing these folk money and taking money around and asking them for money. Hey, you got your money? You got it, like it. It wasn't one of them situations where you just pass the tray round. It's like you got the bag and you're putting it in these folks' face. Hey, you gonna put something in here? You gonna put you got something? You got something to put in there? But I got up there and did, and then he get up there and he prays over the alms, but I'm giving that example to say that sometimes where the men are falling short, women end up getting used and put in these positions. Not that she should lord over the church, but or lord over the body, but maybe that feminine energy may need to be in some of these councils, may need to sit and overhear, especially when it's women being abused, women being they can probably talk to the women better. And I think a lot of these councils, and this is why this sister, Chief Priest Rib, did that and made sure that those brothers put that information out on the internet. She said, she made a covenant with them that, I'm going to tell you this, but I would only tell you this if you speak on it over the internet. If you gonna talk about some counseling and all that, I ain't gonna deal with that. And I feel like she probably said that, it's my speculation, because she's been in several councils, and not just been in several councils, but being the husband of the lead, I mean the wife of the leader, she's probably, pillow talked about every council. And she probably seen the unrighteous judgment that was going on. She's probably experienced the unrighteous judgment, or a woman feeling like, or a sister feeling like their voice can't be heard. And I'm gonna tell you too, one of the first lessons that I heard was Divine Prospect do a video. What was it? Closed mouth don't get fed, or something like that. A woman plead that case. And it was dealing with the sisters who went to Moses to where they didn't have no brothers and their father was dead, and they asked could they inherit the land instead of the land just going to waste. Could they receive that inheritance? And Moses went and went and talked to the Lord about it, and the Lord said, yeah, the Lord let that, but they had to plead their case, and the sisters' words were heard by righteous counsel. But maybe, that's just my thinking when I'm hearing what's going on here. All right, man, maybe and could we get sisters to talk? We can't get sisters to talk today. We don't hear these sisters, but we hear them in the fact that we have these labels of Israelites beat they women, Israelites abuse they women, they mistreat they women, they extra controlling. We have certain stereotypes, and that comes from the whispering of the women because they're not speaking out. And do they have a platform to speak out? And like I said, before I even said this, I knew brothers would have an issue with what I'm saying, and that's problematic. Just the fact that I already knew it'll be an issue. And that lets me know that I already know it's a problem. That some of these things are really they happening, and these are some allegations of these type of things. Anyway, let me keep going.
Say that
and these things happen within bodies, and they are counsels that are made, and we got to be careful with that. And I'm even reevaluating, I just you have to reevaluate that, man. How much do you get involved in people's lives with ministry? And some of this stuff need to be taken to the authorities. I'm just gonna be 100. Sometimes we trying to counsel through stuff that really need to go to the authorities. And it don't need to be counseled in no darn clubhouse chat. Jokers need to call the police, man. But anyway, that's just my take on some of these things. And then when brother end up locked up, we man, what happened with that brother? And like, come on, y'all.
I'm a judge. I'm in ISCBK. I'm in a different organization.
Anyway, pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.